Good morning. It is now 2014 UPB OptionMillionaires.com stock futures. A little bit lower down about 0.25%. You see back to this action that we saw really for most of the end of the new year before the spike up at the end of the year on New Year's Eve. Really back in the saddle, so to speak. And if you look back from a longer term perspective, just mere consolidation, folks. Mere consolidation as we are back here at levels that we were seeing earlier last week as well. So the question is, are we going to break higher, lower, or just go, just do this for the rest of the year? If you go back, Barron's 2 weeks ago had canvassed a lot of analysts, and all of them were looking at higher stock prices heading into 2014. And if you look from a longer term perspective, I brought this up when it happened, when we broke through this consolidation. And really, I've been talking about this a lot. I did a week ahead live video at OptionMillionaires.com talking about this. The internet bubble, the financial crisis, all in the confines of a beautiful channel that is now broken to the upside, very bullish, in spite of what everybody was saying. So yeah, it's just a matter of how high the market's going to go. But right now, we're just looking at individual stocks, because I think even if stocks do pull back, or we get just a slow melt up or continued consolidation, the place to be is going to be into the stocks that have the most potential to move this year. We're seeing it already, and I brought this up in my video last Sunday night. MCP, which had bottomed here, put in a nice double bottom, upgraded today. This looks poised to hit $10+ over the next 6 to 9 months. That's going to be a nice trade. Also, U.S. Steel brought this up. U.S. Steel hit significant support in the middle of 2013. Look at it rally up to 30. Analysts came out, put a target at 37. I think it could be up here, 60. Also like First Solar. First Solar is along the trend line here, just bouncing along. Maybe it gets pulled back here to 50, but it's going to keep marching higher. So those are the stocks, some of the stocks that I'll be watching in 2014. Overall, let's look at the market today. We have Bank of America was upgraded. Bank of America, I love this stock up to the 1775 level. And you can look, actually rallied initially this morning, and that's where it's hanging at about 1573. So at least $2.25 of upside in the short term. Also, JP Morgan Chase's target was raised to $72 by the same firm. And so I look for JP Morgan Chase to head over $60 within the next couple of weeks. Goldman Sachs, love this stock for upside. This year, I think it's going to head over $200 within the next 3 to 5 months. And if you look from a longer term perspective, Goldman Sachs is just, again, broke out of long-term resistance to the upside. And that's very bullish. And we could see continuation up over $200 and ultimately up to $230 plus level. This year, it's going to be interesting to see some of these financials rally. How about gold and silver? I don't know if I just brought this up or not, but gold and silver looks terribly bearish. I brought this up in my video. But if you look at the action overnight, look at gold rallying. We had that initial plunge last year, which was late on Tuesday. And you can see it's been nothing but buying since. And I was talking about this before. We pull back here, these same levels, and we're going to burst up higher. That's what it looks like, and you can see the buying, which really doesn't coincide with the dollar index. The dollar index is up 0.75% this morning. Usually when the dollar index goes up, precious metals, commodities fall as they become more expensive. But look, we do have one asset that is falling, and that's crude oil, which is taking it on the chin. Look at that. Just amazing to see it drop. So there is some relevance in this market as far as correlations between the U.S. dollar and commodities. Let's look at the bond market. The bonds are weaker here initially. Would imply higher interest rates. So we can look at TLT, and I brought this chart up. Looks very bearish. The problem has been we have the central banks buying bonds, so that's kind of keeping a floor or support here. But ultimately, we will break through as interest rates start to rise, and TLT is going to plunge. But it's going to be difficult to time. How about Papa John's upgraded today? Pizza. What a great pizza place, right? There's really one of them in Manhattan where the best pizza in the world, just about. But I guess everywhere else, nobody's got any good pizza. Papa John's just popping up all over. Look at the stock price, amazing. Upgraded, I think this stock just did a forward split, so it'd be over $90 now, I believe. The analyst put a $53 target on the stock. So anyway, pizza, woohoo! And some of the commodity. Let's do the GDX, which is the gold miners ETF. Again, looks very weak. So some trades I'll be looking for. Again, I like U.S. Steel. I like MCP. I like WLT. I think WLT is going to make a big move up to about the $30 level. Some of the stocks I'll be watching. Look at Zillow. Zillow's, to me, looks poised to head back up to triple digits. We had Yelp upgraded today. Look at Yelp. And if you look at Yelp from a chart perspective, there's a beautiful bull flag here. Okay? It's a flag. If you draw two lines across it, a nice channel, that's the flag. Yelp looks very, very sharp. The chart for move to the upside. All right, I'm going to cut it there. UPB from OptionMillionaires.com. So Apple, I think, is pulling back, but will be a buy the dip opportunity, as I think Apple's going to head higher over the next couple months. And Google's been impervious. I mean, Google has just been. Let me take the drawings off there. Look at that chart, and looks like it could continue to the upside. Hit new all-time highs on Tuesday to close the year. Just a beautiful end to what's been a remarkable year for Google. All right, UPB here from OptionMillionaires.com. If I enter any trades, I'll let you know in the chat room. Otherwise, I'll see you later. Goodbye.